Hello there, YouTube. It's an unscripted video, so I'll be brief. You may have noticed that I was absent from social media for a little while, well, for this week. That's actually housekeeping. I'm smoking my no-name fire dance flake in my no-name grandfather's pipe. Although my relatives sometimes claim that it belonged to my grandfather, not my grandfather. Anyways, now I'll never know, because my grandfather passed away last Saturday. He was 83. He is survived by his wife, my grandmother, by his daughter, by yours truly, and now by his granddaughter. He will be missed. As usual with people of his age, everyone knew it was coming, but you always hope for a couple more years. Anyways, he taught me a lot. He was, the closest approximation to a father I've ever had. He lived through the Second World War when he was very young, and he was in the Navy, and after that he worked as an engineer, drawing, electricity plans, mapping it out throughout his life. Was a workaholic, and he was working up to just a couple years back, even when he went on pension, and his the Soviet institution in which government one in which he was working collapsed along with the Soviet Union, he was still working freelance. And when I don't know how to pronounce that, arthritis, the joints illness, when it caught up to him, his right hand was actually frozen in this position, the writing and drawing position. As per the quality of his work, I'll just say that during his freelance years, people were actually taking their digital plans from AutoCAD, something, printing them out, handing them over to him, and he'll draw them on his table with pencil and a ruler and neat handwriting, and they'll scan them back into digital form to be used along the way. So his work was, of a unique quality, and I'm proud to say that his electric plans are found nowadays throughout the country, starting from, something called the Elementary Particles Accelerator in the Moscow vicinity, up to, the Bolshoi Theater and several buildings within the Moscow Kremlin. So he will be missed. If any of you would like to, say a prayer, raise a glass, or smoke a bowl in his name, I'd greatly appreciate that. Never said his name. My grandfather's name was Igor, a Scandinavian name. Looking at my timer. And this leads me into a small VR I still owe from my 1,000 subscribers giveaway. Nica Piper did a number on me. He asked me, where are you in life right now? Are you content with what you have in life right now? If you compare your plans you made, say, 5 years ago to the your present situation, how does it stack up? So 5 years ago will be 2013. Well, if myself from year 2013 met my present day self, he'll probably kick him in the nuts and say something along the lines of, "You idiot, you ruined everything." Because I never ever expected to be a family man. Never. But I think it turned out okay. My family life is good. My kids are awesome. My wife is constant support and help. Us Russians have a saying that a man throughout his life must build a house, plant a tree, and raise a child. My grandfather sure as hell did all that. And definitely I'm not content with my life as of now. Probably got the kids part, started. I still have a tree in the house. The tree seems pretty straightforward, but the house, oh my god. Don't see any way I can solve my, housing condition as of now. And there's another horrible Russian, Soviet, I might say, Soviet saying that or rather Moscow saying that the only way to really solve your living situation in Moscow is by death of a relative. A couple of years ago, 5 years ago, I would have gone into mortgage if I wanted an apartment of my own at the time, but now, having kids, nope, not possible. Too much risk. Not enough flexibility. And if we leave out all the boring stuff, you know, like, oh my god, I need to provide for my family, I need a roof over my head. I always wanted something in, you know, some form of, I don't know how to say that. Some form of self-expression, because I always was very much into music and my hobbies. I always wanted to leave something behind I could show my, you know, grandchildren. Because, you know, continuing with my grandfather's example, he was an awesome engineer. And he did some pretty amazing stuff throughout his life, but I don't really think there's that much of a, you know, legacy left behind. There are memories, but I'll be gone eventually. My mother will be gone, my grandmother will be gone, my kids won't remember him all that well, and all that remains will be, you know, photographs. Like, I'm looking at the photographs of my, you know, ancestors from ways back before the war, and I'm looking at them and thinking, who are these people? So if there's one thing I want to do, is leave something behind, something interesting, something for others to remember me by. I think that's it. 12 minutes already, probably my phone ran out of memory. Sorry it was morbid again, but, you know, death in the family is a death in the family. I wish all you people a nice weekend, and I'll be back soon with another video, probably pipe related this time. Until then, happy puffing. See you soon.